Warning, the following video will contain content that is not appropriate for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another one of my Pokemon Battle Revolution discussion battles. Fuck yeah. Alright, so just a fair warning in advance. For those of you guys who are subscribed to my YouTube channel and whatnot and watch my content regularly, you guys are not going to want to miss what I have to say right now. Because I'm going to be announcing some things today that you guys are probably going to want to know about if you guys, watch my content regularly. If not, then, whatever. You can stay and, watch the video anyway if you want, or you can click out of the video. I honestly don't care one way or the other. After all, I've never been one of those YouTubers who really, obsesses about, view counts or any shit like that. I think it's cool to, look at it and analyze, view counts and shit like that. I think it's interesting, but I don't really obsess about it, But anyway, I'm going to be changing up a lot of things moving forward as to how I've been running my YouTube operation up till now. And I'm kind of going back to what I was doing before. So, as you guys may know, if you've been, tuned into my YouTube channel, for a while now, I've been working on this project of showing off a bunch of brand new games for you guys, right? And I've been having a lot of pressure put on me from outside forces to, those being my dad, to, get what he calls a real job, even though I already have a real job. I'm a host at a restaurant, and granted, I know it's not a 5-star job, and it's a dead-end job, but it's still a real job. To say it's not a real job is a really shitty thing, but I already did a rant about that a while ago, so I'm not really going to go off on that whole tangent right now. But bottom line, I've had a lot of pressure put on me to, wow, this Medicham has no good moves. Anyway, I've had a lot of pressure put on me to get a full-time job and whatnot. So I wanted to show off all these brand new games for you guys before I get a full-time job, because if I get another job, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm still going to work at the restaurant, but I'm going to also, work in the mornings, because at the restaurant I work typically at nights, except for on weekends when I work double shifts. But if I get a more big boy job, I guess is the right term to call it, I would want to work in the mornings. I'd get something where I can work in the mornings. That way I can still work at the restaurants at night, and kind of maximize my income. But if I do that, it will mean that I have a lot less time to record videos for you guys. Because, again, I only ever record videos with commentary. I can record videos without commentary, because I do some videos without commentary, because I feel like some games it's okay to play without commentary, but for storyline based games, I definitely want to be doing commentary. That way I can explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that's one of the main reasons why I started doing commentary in the first place. I did kind of do it just for shits and grins. Back in the day, I remember the first recording session when I ever did solo commentary, because I still did commentary on my earlier videos when I was playing games with someone else, but during my earlier days I didn't really do commentary unless I was playing games with someone. But I actually still remember that recording session. It was a recording session of Super Smash Bros. Brawl when I started doing solo commentary for the first time, and I loved it. And because I was able to explain especially for storyline-based games, I was able to, explain to you guys, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, this is why I'm doing it this way, shit like that. I just feel like it makes the experience more better, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know a good way to put it, but, as you guys know, I'm not the most eloquent guy out there, but, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it makes it better, makes the viewing experience better for you guys if I'm able to, especially when I'm playing these storyline-based games, if I'm able to explain, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in a particular way, then I feel like it's, it makes, again, it makes the viewing experience better for you guys. And that's the main reason why I do commentary on videos and shit. But, I started doing it, and I kind of enjoyed it, So that's why I started doing commentary on my videos and shit. Even, you know, when I'm just playing games by myself. And it has been myself, you know, for quite some time. Been a long time since I've ever had, like, a guest on the, you know, on my YouTube channel. Let me know if you guys want to see me bring in some guests, maybe, every once in a while. I maybe have a couple people in mind that might be willing to do it, that I know in real life, but other than that, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of friends, so yeah. But either way, yeah, it's just, you know, it just is what it is, but bottom line is that if I get a second job, I'm not going to really have a whole lot of time, if any, to really record much content for you guys. So what I was planning on doing originally, again, was I was planning on showing off all the brand new games that I had, and then after I'm done with that, what I was planning on doing was, you know, getting a full-time job after that. However, I feel like I'm being rushed with showing off these brand new games because my dad's put a lot of pressure on me to get a new job, and so I've been speeding up the process of showing off these brand new games so that way I can, you know, get a full-time job a bit faster. And that's not exactly what I had in mind when I started out this adventure of showing off all these brand new games for you guys. That's not how I wanted to do it. I wanted to take my time to show off these games properly for you guys. You know, like when I play a game for the first time, I like to really sit down and, you know, do it properly. And I feel like I haven't been doing that lately. And that's not what I had in mind when I started out this project. It just isn't going how I want it to, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of fun, you know, playing these games for the first time. Don't get me wrong. It's been fun, but it, you know, I just feel like I don't really have the freedom to do, you know, to show off all these brand new games in a proper way. You know, I feel like I've been just kind of rushing through it, and again, that's not what I had originally wanted to do. You know, I wanted to sit down and play, like, that's why when I first started out this project of showing off all these brand new games for you guys, I did one game per day. That was the original plan. But bottom line, I don't have time to screw with anymore. I really need to get a full-time job as soon as possible so that way I can move out of my dad's house as soon as possible. Partially for, you know, mental health reasons. I just really need to be on my own for a bit. I feel like it'll be good for me mentally. Again, I've only ever wanted one thing. And again, I've said this since day one. I've said it a million times already on this channel, and I will say it a million more. The only thing I've ever wanted is to live a quiet, peaceful life, and that's it. And the only way I'm going to do that is by moving out of my dad's house and moving out on my own. That is the only fucking way I'm going to achieve that goal. That has been my number one goal since pretty much day one of my entire life, honestly. Has been to live a quiet, peaceful life and, you know, have some fun along the way. You know, play some video games for you guys, have some fun, all that good shit. You know, that's all I've ever wanted. That's all I've ever asked for. I've never asked for more than that, and I never will ask for more than that. But bottom line, that's what I want to do. And in order to achieve that goal, the smart move is to get a full-time job as soon as possible. So what I'm going to be doing moving forward, and this is going to be a big change moving forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, not indefinitely necessarily, but I am going to suspend working on showing off brand new games for you guys. So I'm going to stop doing that for now. What I plan on doing is picking up that project again once I move out on my own. So it's going to be a long time, but I'm going to take a long break from showing off these brand new games for you guys. So the thing is, too, you know, with buying all these brand new games, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, with the new games that I have shown off for you guys, I only got maybe 1/4 of the way through showing off these brand new games for you guys. Like, I got maybe 25% of them done. And that's about it. I still have 75%. So you guys thought you saw me play a bunch of brand new games, but in the grand scheme of things, it was only a small fraction of the brand new games that I have planned for you guys. That I plan on playing on this channel for the first time is what what I'm saying there. God, I really suck at speaking sometimes. But yeah, I only got through about maybe 25% of what I had planned for you guys. And that's a big maybe. It was probably a little less. Probably closer to like 21% or 20%. I probably only got through about 20% of the brand new games that I had wanted to show off on this YouTube channel for you guys. And by brand new games, again, I mean games that I've never played before on this YouTube channel. That's what I mean by that. I want to make that clear as well. So, yeah, I only got through probably about 20% I would say is more accurate. I got through about 20% of the new games that I wanted to show off for you guys. And that's it. 20%. Trust me, guys. When I started out on this adventure and I told you guys that I had a shitload of brand new games to show off for you guys, I was not fucking kidding. Like, I can't tell you guys how many hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of dollars I spent on these brand new games. Probably thousands, honestly. If I'm being honest. Probably thousands of dollars worth of video games. It's fucking crazy, I know, but, that's what happens when you, bust your ass at your job and work hard and work a lot of hours, pays off. I don't collect welfare. I don't collect any of that bullshit. Again, like I said, on this YouTube channel, I have 0 sponsors, 0 benefactors, nothing. It's all just me. 100%. On this YouTube channel. I have self-funded this channel 100%. That's how it always has been. And that's how I plan it to be. I will only ever be sponsored by, if I ever do get sponsored someday, I will only ever be sponsored by products that I personally have used and would recommend. I will never be sponsored by a product that simply throws me money. I will only ever be sponsored by products that I truly believe in and would stand by and stake my reputation on. And I will only ever be either self-funded or fan-funded. Those are the only 3 ways I will ever fund this YouTube channel, and now I guess my Rumble channel as well, is either by products that I would personally stake my reputation on, by crowdfunding, or just straight up self-funding like I have throughout all the years on this YouTube channel so far. So, yeah. But bottom line, the whole point of, me buying all these brand new games, it was always meant to be a long-term investment. Because here's the thing, once I move out on my own, I don't just want to, move out on my own and then have to live paycheck to paycheck. Fuck that. I want to move out on my own and be able to enjoy myself. And that's what I have set up here. I set this up in advance, with all these video games. I set myself up with literally enough video games to keep myself entertained for literally the rest of my life. That is what my plan was with buying all these brand new games. And I have achieved that. And I know I still have a long way to go on showing off all these brand new games, but it was always meant to be a long-term investment anyway. So I feel like by postponing, showing off all these brand new games until I move out on my own and can do it properly, I feel like is the smart move. Right now I need to focus on making as much money as I can and getting the fuck out of my dad's house as soon as possible. That is what I need to be doing right now. I do not need to be sitting here showing off a bunch of brand new games for you guys. That is not what I need to be doing in my life right now. I need to get my life together, pull myself up by the bootstraps, so to speak, buy myself a house somewhere, some probably cheap little house out in the middle of fucking nowhere, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. That's the hope. That is the dream, I should say. And hopefully once I do that, I can get myself established once I move out on my own, get a job, and then finally be able to have the freedom to run this YouTube channel how I want. finally have the free time and the ability to record videos whenever I want for you guys, and that will be a very, very good thing for this YouTube channel. So that's always been the ultimate plan. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to indefinitely postpone. Not forever. I plan on doing, don't get me wrong, I plan on doing this for you guys at some point in the future. But it does not need to be right now. Right now is just not the time. So, I'm sorry to those of you guys out there who have been enjoying all this brand new content, because I've done a really good fucking job this year so far of, providing you guys with a very wide variety of content. And that's something that I always pride myself on as a YouTuber. I try to provide you guys with a very wide variety of content. Like, again, if you're into fighting games, racing games, sports games, JRPGs, first-person shooters, strategy games, board game video games, pretty much any fucking thing you can imagine. Rhythm-based games. Pretty much anything you can imagine, I've done it on this YouTube channel. And again, that's something that I've always prided myself on is, and something that I've always tried to do on this YouTube channel is provide you guys with a very wide variety of content. That's something that I've always tried to do, and that's something that I always will try to do and strive to do on this YouTube channel. So yeah, it just is what it is for right now. But bottom line, again, God, I've been saying bottom line a lot lately. But yeah, either way, my plan is to, at some point in the future, once I move out on my own, I will show off all these brand new games for you guys. But I am postponing that project until I move out on my own. I don't know when that will be. It will probably be at least a few years, if I'm being honest. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it will probably realistically be at least a few years. It depends on how much money I make and how quickly I can make money. It all just depends on many factors, some of which are out of my control, some of which I can control, and I will do the best I can to control those factors. But, life is messy. You never know what's going to fucking happen, in the next few years. You never fucking know. But regardless, that is the plan. So, now some of you are kind of curious, I'm sure. Some of you are probably asking yourselves, okay, Multi-Step, if your plan is to no longer show off all these brand new games for you guys, well, what is your plan now? And that is a very good question. So, as you guys know, for a while, again, if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel and whatnot, I've been working on this project of showing off a bunch of sports games for you guys. I've been doing pretty much one sports game, like, every week. Going through the different years of sports games since 1992, and I've been going chronologically, so I did, I started out with Madden 92, then went on to Madden 93, then NHL 94, NHL 95, then Madden 96, then NHL 97, NHL 98, then NCAA football 99, so I've been basically going, chronologically throughout the years and showing off a different sports game for every year. And I've been doing some extra sports games, like last week when I did, arena football. That game didn't really have a year number necessarily, but threw that one in there just for shits and grins, So not every sports game I'm going to do necessarily has a year to it, but that's basically what I've been doing, And it's been a fun project, I thought it'd be fun to kind of, go through those and see how sports games have evolved throughout the years, I thought that'd be kind of a fun process. So here's what I'm planning on doing. I plan on finishing that project. So that project I plan on finishing. So what I'm going to do is, for the next, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks, who knows. It depends. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take me. But what I plan on doing is doing one sports game every day until I get done with that. So actually, when I'm done doing this, I'm probably going to do the next sports game, which I have planned for you guys. So that is my plan right now. That is what I'm going to work on, and that is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on getting all those sports games done for you guys, because that was kind of a fun project. I was having a lot of fun with that. So That I do want to finish up now while I have the opportunity. I may do something similar again once I move out on my own. I might, because right now I have only sports games up to the year 2022. I plan on going from 1992 all the way to 2022 with the different years of sports games and shit. So that's the plan with that project. So that project I am going to finish before I start doing other stuff. Now, some of you guys are probably curious as to what that kind of other stuff is. And basically, until I get a full-time job, once I'm done showing off all the sports games for you guys, I plan on going back to what I was doing before I started showing off all these brand new games. So basically, how it's going to go is like Monday, I'm going to work on my main playthrough project, which right now is My Sims Kingdom. Then what I'm going to do is on Tuesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to play a pick up and play game, basically. On Thursday, I'm going to work on my PlayStation 4 playthrough project, which right now is... What is that? The Last of Us Remastered. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second there. It's been a while since I played that one. I'm looking forward to getting back into that as well. It's been a fun playthrough. Kind of difficult at some points, though, but fun for sure. Definitely a legendary game. So that's what I plan on doing on Thursday. And then on Friday, like usual, I plan on still doing Rock Band until I'm done with that. And then I have one other project I want to work on after that. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do on Fridays. Maybe I'll do like a second recording session of my main playthrough project once I'm done with all the Rock Band shit. But it's probably going to be a while before I'm done with all the Rock Band shit, especially if I get a full-time job before I'm done with Rock Band 3. Then it's going to get a little bit iffy as to when I can work on that. So I'm not going to have much time to record, or if any at all to record, once I get a second job. So we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. But that's my plan for now, is to work on Rock Band on Fridays and then probably do like one other pick up and play game on, Fridays and shit like that. So that's the plan for right now, is to, finish working on all the sports games. That is the plan. I want to finish that project up because, again, it's been a fun project. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I want to be able to finish it up and all that good shit. So, yeah, that is the plan for right now. Again, I apologize to those of you guys out there who are looking forward to, me playing more brand new games for you guys, but it's just not in the cards for me right now. It's not the smart thing to be doing right now, and I fully admit that. The smart thing to do right now is to focus on, my future, I guess. But in the meantime, I still will be recording content for you guys, so no worries there. I still have plans in case, there will always be some kind of content that I produce on this channel for you guys, even if it is, for a while there. I may have to produce content without, I may have to produce content without commentary for a while, once I get a second job. It's just going to be the nature of the beast again. But bottom line is that, again, I really need to focus on my future. I really need to get my shit together as far as my personal life is concerned. Again, it just kind of is what it is. But that's what I'm planning on doing. So I am indefinitely postponing this project of showing off all these brand new games, and I will resume that project again at some point in the future once I move out on my own. But I need to be able to get a, full-time job as soon as possible. However, there will still be a little bit of time that I have before that happens. So let me explain, too. So my brother is getting married in May, I want to say. Some shit like that. I should probably know that. But, I don't because I'm an idiot. And so I don't want to get a full-time job yet, because I want to make sure that I can, you know, request those days off, that I don't have to work whatever days my brother needs me not to work to be there for the wedding and shit like that. You know, I want to make sure of that. So I'm probably going to try to get a full-time job right after my brother's wedding. Like, literally the day after, I'm probably going to go and apply at, like, some place. I have a few ideas in mind. But I'm also getting to that age where I can't really be on my dad's insurance anymore. So, you know, if God forbid anything happens to me, you know, I'd be shit out of luck, and I don't want to be paying, like, expensive hospital bills in case anything bad happens to me. So, yeah, I need to focus on my future, shit like that, and... You know, I really need to get my shit together. And that's the bottom line of that. So yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks, because again, I've been enjoying showing off all these brand new games for you guys. But it will also be kind of nice to get back to my regular, like, recording setup. Because again, I feel like I was kind of rushing through showing off all these brand new games for you guys. And again, that was never what I had originally planned. I really wanted to sit down and take my time to show off these brand new games properly for you guys. And I just feel like I haven't been able to do that because of the pressure that has been put on me to, you know, get a full-time job. And, you know, there is wisdom in what my dad has been telling me, you know, that, you know, you need to get a full-time job. 100%. Like, you know, I'm not saying that he's a complete idiot necessarily. I think he's a bit of a douchebag for saying that I don't have a real job right now, because any honest work is, you know, something that you should never be ashamed of, no matter what it is. Even if it's something as menial as scrubbing fucking toilets. You know what? Honest work is honest work, and there's no shame in that, ever. No matter how old you are, no matter what circumstances you have, there is never any shame to be had in honest work. Ever. Doesn't matter what you're doing, how old you are, what your circumstances are, doesn't matter. There is always honor to be had in honest work. But again, there is a kernel of truth, definitely, probably more than a kernel of truth, to what my dad has been saying, you know, that I need to get a full-time job. And yes, that is 100% the logical step to take. You know, and that has always been part of my plan. It's just, you know, I am not getting a full-time job as quickly as he wants me to, basically. And it's just annoying, you know, hearing him talk about that every fucking time, like, that I'm, you know, have a day off of work, or, you know, I see him on a Sunday morning. He's like, hey, you thinking about getting a full-time job yet? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, okay? It just sounds like a broken record, and it fucking irritates the shit out of me. And I mean, I get it, you know, there's truth to what he's saying, 100%. But bottom line, I do need to get a full-time job, and I need to be able to take advantage of any opportunity that may come my way. And I can't, you know, let this YouTube channel get in the way of, you know, me being able to establish myself in the future. Because in the long term, in the short term, it does suck for my YouTube channel, you know, not being able to, I'm not going to be able to record nearly as much when I get a full-time job. But in the long term, it's going to be a really good fucking thing for this YouTube channel. In the short term, again, it's going to suck, but in the long term, if I'm able to move on my own, I'll be able to record videos literally whenever I want. Because again, at my dad's house, I'm very limited with recording time, because I can only record whenever my dad's at work. And that's from about 6 in the morning to about, on average, I'd say maybe like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Depends on the day. Like, sometimes he doesn't come home till like 3 or 4, so you never know. But sometimes he comes home early, so I always just cap it off at, like, usually noon. So a lot of times I have to get ready for work, too. You know, I have to take care of the dogs, get ready for work, all that shit. So between doing that, you know, showering and shit like that, waiting for my hair to dry, which usually takes like 2 hours because I have such long-ass hair, you know, usually takes a bit of time. So I like to have a little time to myself, too, to still relax before I have to go and deal with the general public. Yeah, working in the food service industry, you really do get a perspective of how fucking stupid people are. But yeah, again, it's going to suck for this YouTube channel in the short term, because again, like I said, once I get a full-time job, I want to have like hardly any time to record videos for you guys. But in the long term, it's going to be a very good, very, very good move, I think. And yeah, either way, I mean, we'll see what the future holds for me and all that good shit. But I think it'll be good. Again, hopefully. I hope it'll be good anyway. We'll see. Again, time will tell, but I think right now it's the smart move to make to just, you know, say, fuck it. You know, and again, like I said, with all these, you know, brand new games and whatnot, it was always meant to be a long-term investment. That was always the plan from the start, was to, you know, have all these brand new games be a long-term investment. That was always the plan since day one. And that's what I'll stick with for now. So it may be a very long time, but it'll give me something else to look forward to, you know? Being able to show off all these brand new games for you guys, it'll give me something to look forward to in the future. So hopefully, again, I just hope everything will pan out all right, but yeah, that's my plan. So I will still be able to record some videos, you know, before my brother's wedding and whatnot, but after that, I'm going to really get serious about trying to find a full-time job somewhere, and hopefully it'll work out all right. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about like where I'm at with this YouTube channel and whatnot. So for at least the next couple of weeks or whatever, it's going to be a lot of sports games. I will still also, throughout this process of, you know, finishing, showing off all these sports games for you guys, you know, going through all the years and shit, I will still be doing Rock Band as well. So no worries there for those of you out there who are looking forward to my Rock Band content. I know I wasn't able to do it last week because I was having a lot of issues with my throat and shit. Feeling a lot better now, though, so that's good. But yeah, for those of you guys looking forward to my Rock Band content, no worries there. There will still be plenty of Rock Band content coming your way. No, definitely no worries there, for sure. So we're all good to go with that shit, and yeah, it'll be all good. But yeah, again, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at, where things are going to change and whatnot. But I'm kind of looking forward to, you know, at least for a little bit, you know, once I get a full-time job, you know, my recording schedule is going to be very sporadic. You know, I'll probably have very little time to do any kind of recording for you guys at all. And it's going to suck, you know, at least with... Again, I'll be able to record plenty of stuff without commentary, so it's not like I'm going to run out of content to produce for you guys, but you guys may not be hearing from me necessarily for a while, you know, at least as far as, like, you know, again, there being content with commentary. So, again, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But regardless, you guys have my word that I will still, you know, be uploading content regularly to this YouTube channel, regardless of whatever circumstances I may find myself in. So, yeah. Ooh, wow, that did nothing. But yeah, again, just wanted to give you guys that update. So, yeah, things will be changing on this YouTube channel for a bit. I'm going to go, you know, be showing off a bunch of sports games, and then it's going to be going back to basically what I was doing before I started showing off all these brand new games for you guys. So basically back to basics with multi-step, but it's going to be fun, you know, because I'm going to get back to working on my playthrough projects for you guys again with My Sims Kingdom and The Last of Us Remastered. I know a lot of you guys really weren't super interested in The Last of Us Remastered, which was kind of surprising because, yeah, I mean, you guys are missing out because, I mean, I was having a lot of fun playing that game. It was a great fucking game from what I had seen so far. The Last of Us Remastered, great fucking game. So I'm looking forward to hopping back into that, you know, doing some zombie killing action and shit like that, you know. Beautiful game, too. Beautiful game. So looking forward to getting back to that and working on My Sims Kingdom. I technically already beat My Sims Kingdom, but I'm doing like the after missions, I guess, like the post-game content. That's the phrase I was looking for, post-game content on that shit. So yeah, that'll be good. So I may be getting, you know, quote, back to basics on this YouTube channel, but there's still going to be a lot of fun content that I've planned for you guys. A lot of fun shit coming up. So once I'm done showing off all these sports games, you know, things are going to get back to, you know, usual, I guess, with my YouTube channel. Back to basics, I guess. But again, even the basics on my channel are still fucking awesome, you know. So I'm going to have fun creating all kinds of awesome content for you guys. It's going to be a fucking blast. I just think that this is the right thing to do for my personal life. It's the right thing to do moving forward for this YouTube channel. Again, like I said, there's no worries. I will always be producing content on this YouTube channel for you guys as much as I can. You know, my recording schedule, you know, my uploading schedule, I should say, I might not upload as much once I you know, get a full-time job or whatever, just because I won't have as much time to upload content. Just kind of, again, it's the nature of the beast. But I will, regardless, I will do the best I can. That's all any of us can ever do at the end of the day. I will do the best I can. And just know out there that I appreciate all of you guys for, you know, being willing to support my content. It means a lot to me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. And yeah, and again, you know, I just feel like this is the right thing to do at this point in my life. And, yeah, you know, I need to start really thinking about getting my shit together, you know, if I want to live a long and happy life, basically. It's going to be hard work. It's going to suck. There are going to be days when I hate it. It's all about the grind, though. You know, if there's one thing if there's one thing I'm good at in video games, it's grinding. That's the one thing I've always been very good at. Like my playthrough of Dark Cloud back in the day, I grinded and grinded and grinded and grinded and grinded, and it paid off a shitload. I even did that in Dark Cloud 2, and it worked pretty well. Granted, I still wasn't able to beat the game, but I got really fucking far in that game, so yeah. I mean, I usually do a pretty good job of grinding, and that's basically what my life plan is, you know, work a couple of simple jobs, save up a bunch of money, you know, grind on the lower level dungeons, basically, and save up money and supplies and resources and move out on my own. That way the rest of everything else will be a breeze. I can just breeze through all the levels easy. The process of grinding is a lot of just bitter work, and it's annoying, it's frustrating at times, but you know what? You just put in some earbuds, blast some music, and just grind away at it. Slowly. It is a slow, long, and at sometimes a frustrating process, but I think the end result will be worth it. And I'm willing to stake my entire life on this plan of mine. You know, my whole life I was fed the lie, the great lie of, you know, oh, in order to make anything of yourself, you have to go to college and get a bachelor's degree and blah, blah, blah. You know how many college degrees I have? Zero. Nada. College was, I think, the biggest regret of my entire life. It was a complete fucking waste of my time and money. And I wish to God that I had thought of this plan sooner. Because if I had thought of this plan sooner, I would be so much further along in my life by now if I had thought of it sooner. You know, if I had saved up my money, not, you know, blew it all on tuition and books and shit. If I had all that money now, I would be so much better off by now. Hell, there's even a chance I could have had my own house by now. You know? But, you know, can't really focus on what was. You can only really focus on what is. And the fact of the matter is that now I have this plan, and now I'm going to fucking do it. And if I actually manage to pull off this plan, I'm going to come back here and laugh in the faces of all those idiots who told me, oh, in order to make anything of yourself, you need a bachelor's degree and lots of student debt and blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. I've always done things my way. I will always do things my way. That's how I do it. That's how I will do it. Anyone who's got a problem with that can suck my fucking cock. Because I, quite frankly, don't give a fucking rat's ass. So, again, I'm sorry to those of you guys out there who have been enjoying, you know, me showing off all these brand new games for you guys, but again, it just really wasn't going how I wanted it to. Again, I feel like I was kind of rushing through it. And again, when I show off these games for the first time, I like to really take my time to do it properly. I just feel like I wasn't really getting the opportunity to do that, so I'm just going to postpone the project until I move out on my own, and I'll have much more time to do it properly for you guys. And again, like I said, buying all these brand new games was always meant to be a long-term investment anyway, so no worries there. No worries there. I'll get to it eventually, and it'll be a lot of fucking fun. When I move out on my own, I'm going to have a lot of fun showing off all these brand new games for you guys. It's going to be a goddamn blast. So, yeah, looking forward to it, for sure. But either way, again, I just want to let you guys know what my plans are moving forward. So for at least the next couple weeks, it's going to be a lot of sports games for you guys. So I hope you sports fans out there are looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of all kinds of different sports. So again, hope you all are looking forward to it. Should be fun. And then after that, it's back to my regular shit, but my regular shit's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's going to be great to get back to doing My Sims Kingdom and The Last of Us Remastered for you guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, just doing some pick-up and play games here and there is also going to be quite fun as well. So, yeah, it's going to be good. For sure. All right. Well, either way, guys, that is going to be it for me for today. So, as always, everyone, stay cool and rock on. This is Multi-Step signing off.